and welcome again to Tristan channel. Today we'll be doing another reaction to SlappedHam. Let's do this. This is weird and scary videos you have to see.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is SlappedHam.
Hey, Callan.
Today we're looking at some scary videos that'll really freak you out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mysterious content. Just like this. While some paranormal enthusiasts may go looking for supernatural activity, it would seem skeptics can encounter ghosts too. Posted to Reddit by user Stalker the Zone, a self-professed skeptic himself, this clip shows just how terrifying an unwanted encounter with a ghost would be. The poster explains that he was an avid skeptic until witnessing the supernatural events of this clip. Being a security officer at a hospital, the uploader explains that he noted the empty wheelchair in this hallway as being on the opposite side of the hall during his first patrol. Upon approaching that same chair on his second patrol, he noted it was now in the middle of the hallway. Possibly spooked already, the uploader then begins to record the clip in question. Watch what happens.
See, I f***ing don't. No.
The chair stands still for a moment. Then it turns slowly on its own until it's facing the direction of the uploader.
See, I f***ing don't. No.
At this moment, the uploader seems to be simultaneously vindicated and horrified. Having captured video proof of possible supernatural activity, the uploader likely felt a sense of relief that he was not imagining any of these weird events. However, it would seem this skeptic was now face to face with his first instance of supernatural activity.
See, I f***ing don't. No.
As the security guard is a self-professed skeptic, there's little reason he would have gone looking for supernatural activity or attempted to manufacture it in the first place, lending to the clip's credibility. With no one else around, many believe the wheelchair was moved by some sort of supernatural force. Given that this footage was filmed in a hospital, it's easy to imagine the ghost of a restless former patient pushing the chair around.
See, I f***ing don't. No.
The internet collectively panicked for TikTok user Moo Ya Ya when she uploaded this video showing off her nails. While
Look at that. WTF is what I say. I've got nothing against it. Some look really pretty in that, but what gets me is because we have customers coming, because we're at work, people come in with their nails like that. And I do think, ladies, how do you actually wipe your posteriors? How do you get a toilet with nails that long? Okay, I'm going to say it. It's a cliche punchline, but yeah. How would you get a toilet with nails like that? Very carefully. I keep using that one, it's just so bad. But yeah, I mean, how do they get a toilet with nails that long? And what the fuck is those things on the end of it? It's like, it's like, what? I think there's cultures that actually grow their nails that long. Which even still, I mean, it looks pretty. Well, it depends. Sometimes they can get a bit unhygienic and they look a bit, they look like tree bark that's twisted and distorted. And it does look a bit, but there are some that are actually quite hygienically looking. And they've been painted quite nice and stuff, but it's like, yeah, but how? You know what I mean? If you've got a bidet in your house, then fair enough, but it's like, and it's like, well, why don't you? And also, how do they use their phones? It's like, it's just like, I don't know.
to take center stage, viewers quickly notice something eerie. Take a look.
Oh, they're so like, they are.
While the user seemed unaware of the shadowy presence looming behind her, viewers couldn't just let it slide once they noticed it. Clearly.
Yeah, apart from that shadowy figure, I stand corrected. They're just temporary ones that you adjust. But you know what I mean? There are nails you can get that are about 3 inches long and you think, how do they get to it? But yeah, back to the freaky deaky. I mean, look at the shadow guy in the back there.
Freaked out by the figure's appearance, most of the users' comments and attention focused wholly on the figure and making sure the TikTok user was aware
freaked
of
out
its
by nails.
presence.
They are.
In the clip, the figure appears to be nearly pitch black. The angle at which the clip was captured also makes the figure appear absurdly tall.
So like they are.
What's more, the figure doesn't appear to move at all during the few short seconds in which it's featured in the clip.
Oh, they're so like they
Reminded
are.
me.
Some users even went so far as to claim the figure was clearly a shadow demon. With so many TikTok users worried about the uploader's safety, they certainly got her attention. When the user finally responded, she was sure to calm everyone's fears by letting them know the figure in the background was actually just her fiancé standing in the kitchen.
But huge shout out to everyone who was asking if I was okay. You're the real MVPs.
While the shadow demon theory was eventually debunked, viewers were nonetheless spooked by its appearance in the meantime.
Oh, they're so like they are.
Your boyfriend's a shadow demon.
Although some clips are easily debunked, others will likely continue to puzzle internet sleuths indefinitely. This clip, posted to Reddit by user Swingset Superman, has people positing all sorts of off-the-wall theories, without settling on a single definitive outcome.
Swingset Superman.
Captured by a Ring doorbell camera, the clip in question shows a fleet of small, brightly lit specks, moving to and fro in front of the home's doorstep. The specks are relatively small, but certainly not small enough to be dust. While the uploader first sought a more conventional explanation for the clip, they quickly realised there was none to be found. Wondering if they were possibly insects or small animals of some kind, Reddit users drew a blank. For bugs to move with such coordination would be fairly unnatural. Even more so, there'd be no reason for them to glow in this way unless they were fireflies. But these strange specks don't seem to match that type of insect. While some more skeptical users argued that it may be some kind of strange reflection on the camera lens, others were not convinced by this explanation. With no one able to pinpoint an insect or animal that behaved in this way, the uploader was encouraged to post this clip to supernatural subreddits. Even there, users were stumped as to what they were seeing. Divided, some users argued that the specks were actually small aliens. Explaining their reasoning, the users argued that no one's ever said aliens have to be large in size. Other users believe the erratic flecks to be some kind of ghost or other supernatural entity. Still, the coordinated movements of the small entities and the traces they leave behind wouldn't allow users to come to a consensus. It's likely the uploader will never have a clear idea of just what they've managed to capture on film. Some ghostly occurrences are captured by professional investigators who know just what they're looking for and how to handle them. This is the case with this clip and pictures, captured by one Ian Griffiths. A psychic medium and the founder of a supernatural investigation group called Walking with Spirit, Griffiths claims to have known exactly what he needed to do after purchasing an antique mirror. He says he was struck by the supernatural energy emitting from the object. Luckily, this seasoned paranormal investigator was already equipped with an electronic voice phenomena, or EVP device, that he could use in order to attempt and capture a conversation with the potential spirit. Despite being a hardened supernatural investigator who has worked for over 20 years in the field, Griffiths claims to be still spooked by occurrences such as these. The photo shows the mirror in question. Griffiths claims that at one point he saw a small girl looking back at him from inside this mirror. In the video clip, you can hear some strange and unexplained rattling in the background of his conversation.
This is your chance to talk. This is your chance to communicate.
Then an even eerier sound is captured. Take a listen. Griffiths believes that the noises can be interpreted as a voice saying, "You help me." Here it is again.
Problem noises like that. It's probably best to put it for a computer. A computer picks up words and then get it cleared up. But the problem with these sort of audio recordings and videos is if they actually, tell you what's all expected to be heard, or if I say to you, "Oh, it said this," because I planted that in your head, you can hear it. You can make people hear what you want them to hear if you tell them what it said. See, that's the thing. See, regardless if they faked it or not, with like Ghost Adventurers, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. But what they do, at least, even if it's been fabricated, they demonstrate that they go out and put it through a voice analyst. And to be fair, okay, not everyone has access to that sort of stuff. Because as you know, I've reacted to some videos like Twin Paranormal, who are one of the best channels going paranormal wise. So they seem legit and stuff like that. They seem sound and legit. It's not regardless if you're skeptical or not. Their professionalism seems legit. They're not making it for entertainment and stuff like that. If it makes sense. But with that, it's like I could go, and even though I actually tried to make the noise, I could say, "Oh, that sounds like the voice is saying, 'Kill me.'" So if you play that back, and then again, if I go, if I told you it says "kill me," play it back with that in your head. Now I told you that, and it will sound like it. Technically, I was saying that, but you know what I mean? I was making a noise from it and telling you what I said. If you, like I said, if you rewind it back and just play the sound after I told you what it is, before you know, I could be just going. See, that's me just doing the noise now, but.
Convinced the uploader that the spirit of a young girl does indeed haunt his mirror.
And I was produced the sound of what it might sound like, but obviously that could be anything. But because I said what it is, I'll plant the idea in your head. Does that make sense?
Through his conversations with the spirit, he claims to have learned that the child's name is Alison Marie, who happens to be about 9 years old. Still, Griffith's long experience with the supernatural has taught him to be cautious. He explains that some ill-intentioned spirits sometimes pretend to be young and innocent in order to trick people such as himself. Although he's wary, Griffiths is still proud of the evidence he's captured. Only time will tell whether it could be something far more sinister. Posted by a YouTube channel called Ghost, this clip features an extremely unique light phenomenon. Take a look. Throughout the video, an odd speck of light is seen slowly streaking across the night sky without changing its direction.
Comet, perhaps? Meteorite? It's not exactly. I'm not saying it is, but that's most likely explanation, and it's not exactly strange. Comets and meteorites don't tend to change direction. Actually, oddly enough, that's one of the points, and this because it ricochets off the atmosphere. But that's usually the opposite point of a lot of UFO sightings. Okay, well, if it's a meteorite, it wouldn't change direction. You know what I mean? So for him to say it might be a UFO because it isn't changing directions, but no, it's probably a comet or a meteorite if it's not changing direction. If it's changing direction and showing signs of it's being piloted, then it's something that's not explainable, if that makes sense, or it could be top secret aircraft, whatever. But it's It's actually the opposite usually. If it's just streaking across the sky, could be a bit of meteorite, could be a space debris, could be anything. Doing so.
While images of long, cigar-shaped UFOs have circulated the internet in the past, viewers are hesitant to classify this as the same type of UFO. According to the uploader, the lights moved slowly until they were entirely out of view. Many were quick to point out the possibility of these lights being emitted from one of SpaceX's Starlink satellites, which are both bright and highly visible. However, these satellites are usually seen as a variety of separate lights moving in a distinct line, rather than one single row of light. Other viewers claimed that they had seen similar shaped lights lingering in the night sky in their local towns and cities.
See, I'm more open-minded, when it comes to paranormal. I mean, I'm not, I'm skeptical. Even when I say I'm a skeptic, I'm not one of those people who will dismiss something straight off. It just comes down to the fact that I have to believe something to see it, if that makes sense. I believe I'm more open-minded towards aliens because one's an impossible number. You know what I mean? Because of the diversity of life on this planet. And like scientists said, the chance, and we discovered Earth-like planets. You don't really need an Earth-like planet for intelligent life to be there, or something. But yeah, I mean, it's like I lean more towards the cosmic horror aspect of the paranormal, and more towards aliens and things that exist within the fabrics of space and twin spaces and all that sort of stuff, with the paranormal aspect of it. But when it comes to spaceships and UFOs, I'm more open-minded, and I've spoken to people in the past. I even used to write to the MOD as well in my mouldy years, as I call them, and I used to really be. I'm still into it, but I'm not as bonkers as I used to be. Put this way, I used to be like a right moulder. I contacted. Used to write to the MOD. I spoke to an RAF guy once because I was considering it in terms of careers after school or something like that. But yeah, he said to me how he thought it was interesting and how serious the RAF took it and stuff like that. And he goes, and he didn't tell me where to look, but he said to me, he knows, you sort of dropped me in. He goes, well, if you're into that sort of thing, best place is a radar centre. The command centres, the radars and that, radar operator and stuff like that, because you get to see a lot of what's going on. I mean, so yeah. But more open-minded, even though I'm sceptical about stuff, the thing is, we're all sceptical, but there is, depending on circumstances, because like horror films don't scare me at all, and things like ghost videos don't scare me. Some might creep me out, might make me go ooh a bit, ooh. But yeah, it takes a lot to scare me. But there's there's still that cave. Thing is though, I've also learned never to test fate, because I used to watch police programs, and you see people getting mugged. You go, oh, lucky that never happened to me. Well, it did. I got mugged once, so I shouldn't have tested. I shouldn't have poked the universe and gone. You know what I mean? So there's still part, and also there's still part of me. There's a little percentage that makes that to be fair, a lot of it's down back to your primate instincts, your survival instincts. Something happens, your brain's on alert and all kinds of things. But so there's still part. There is a part of me that makes you think. Don't test it. You know what I mean? But anyway.
This sighting will have to remain a UFO, an unidentified flying object.
Sorry, also I just noticed that thing about those lights. If you notice, we've got one there, and one probably over here or something, and you've got a streak. Let's look at this from a skeptic's point of view. The streak is probably a meteorite or a comet going down. A space debris could be as well. Well, meteorite is an object, fortunately. And the two objects, those objects coming into light, twinkling, as it were. You sometimes get that on planets anyway, but you could put out those stars and the clouds going over across this, blocking it. You know what I mean? Because you get that effect of the moon sometimes. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Mum of two, Kaylee Corby, was shocked when something eerie was spotted in what was supposed to be an innocent TikTok video. When Corby posted the clip to her account, Corby123AAA, comments quickly flooded in, pointing out the strange figure in the background of her reaction video. Take a look.
For a moment I was thinking, which one is it? The one white?
Just over Corby's right shoulder, you can make out a dark silhouette of a person standing in the background. Corby told the UK news outlet The Echo that her 2 kids were upstairs asleep when the incident occurred. There was supposed to be no one else in the house. After it was brought to her attention, Corby quickly rang her parents, who came over immediately to be with her. Although it's not been reported to the police, the general consensus from viewers is that an intruder was caught on camera. So unlike the clip we showed earlier that turned out to be just the uploader's fiancé, this eerie figure can't be so easily explained. Let me know what you would do if you spotted an intruder in your house after the fact via a video. Let me know down below. Before we take a look at another strange object seen floating in the night sky, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, a completely free way to support our channel is to clickety-click that little lickety-like button there. This final clip, captured in Cheshire, UK, features a strange event so unique, the woman who captured it claims to have been terrified to the point of shaking.
I love those buildings, those old...
Captured by one Romany Smith, the clip in question shows a variety of lights in the sky, which appear to blink and change in colour rapidly. As the lights change colours from orange to green to red and blue, Smith was entranced and sure she had never seen anything like it before. What's more, Smith is convinced she's captured irrefutable evidence of a UFO floating above her home. The encounter is said to have lasted for over 40 minutes. Smith.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's making this woman shit a brick.
Also claims that a darker object could be seen every so often within the light. She said that the flying object occasionally turned on its side, so that she could be sure it was a flying object and not just a reflection of light.
Trying to get comfortable.
This idea cemented to Smith that she was truly looking at an unexplainable phenomenon, and not just a trick of the light or a trick of her mind. Confronted with this idea, Smith admitted to being truly terrified. As her mind tried to rationalise what she was seeing, she reasoned the object was far too large to be a drone. What's more, multiple airplanes happened to pass by while she was looking at the object, with each seeming smaller than the strange glowing object. While this is far from a normal occurrence, Smith does admit that this isn't the first time she thinks she's seen a UFO. About 6 years prior, Smith claims to have witnessed 2 other odd flying objects in the air, each emitting their own light the size of 2 football pitches. So what do you think's been captured on camera here? Love to hear your theories in the comments section below. Now, if you want to see some more scary videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a massive paranormal playlist right there that'll keep you entertained for hours and hours. Now, remember to check out our merch. We've got an awesome range of hoodies and tees. There's the merch shelf just below the player there, and there's a link in the description box below as well. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
Love that. Well, there you have it then. I wouldn't say that's scary, would I? I mean, well, that's quite funny though. It was like, oh, they've got a shadow person behind you. Oh, it's my boyfriend. So, yeah. Hey. There you have it. There's another one from SlappedHam. If you like my video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell notification if you already haven't, to let you know if there's any more uploads that I'll be doing to this channel. Until my next video, take it easy.